Hey everyone, welcome to our finale of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And in our finale series, we're going to go ahead and show you some of the cool bonus things, not really bonus on our end, just some differences between some of the game modes that we've discovered and some of the trivia we've kind of talked about. We're going to show you today the Tails campaign, what it's like to beat the game with Tails and becoming Hyper Tails, the same with Knuckles, as well as Sky Sanctuary from Sonic Generations. So hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so here we are, playing through this again as Tails.
13 emeralds in.
Yeah, going the last emerald right now.
So don't let anybody say that Jirard doesn't do things for the fans, because even though we're not recording the whole thing because that would take too long and be very boring, he's actually playing through the game 2 more times with Tails and Knuckles so that we can see the final fights with Hyper Tails and Hyper Knuckles.
Yeah, providing that there actually is a fight. Someone in the comments said the boss and the boss fights towards the end are different for Knuckles. So we'll see.
We'll see what the deal is. You were saying earlier that the colors of the tiles are different.
They seem different. I might be going crazy because I've been playing this game all day, but they seem a little different for Tails.
It's the same maps.
Same maps, but the colors of the tiles seem a little bit
I mean,
off.
I've been looking at you. I've been looking over at you doing this, and from what I can tell and from what you have said, it seems like these colors are just like a lot weirder and grosser.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
So that's that.
Yeah.
Is there anything about playing as Tails that you've noticed?
I've noticed that he's a lot slower, and he doesn't have that spin dash attack that Sonic doesn't usually has. You know.
So when you say slower, you just literally means he runs slower.
He just and he can't when you press the jump button to do that attack, you start flying. You don't actually attack anyone. So it's So boom, here we are. Got all the super emeralds.
So we're in flying battery zone right now, but so far things that I've noticed that you've been that have been different is that you have really had a hard time fighting the boss in what's the third zone in Sonic 3?
Oh, the marble zone.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The flying boss at the end. Normally Tails holds Sonic and
boom.
Tails can be Super Tails. So can he just do that from now on?
I've never done this before. It's been a while. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Oh,
he's got birds flying with him.
Do they kill stuff?
I'm assuming so.
That would be
This is a way cooler animation, I think, in my opinion. Let's see. Seems like I can fly a little bit more coherently.
Can you fly infinity?
I'm trying it out right now. No, it doesn't look like it, which seems a little weird. But you know what? At this point, we know that we're invincible, so that's always good.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty cool.
Well, anyway, okay. Before I get sidetracked.
Yes,
what I was saying was that that boss is super hard because Tails isn't carrying anybody.
Yeah, and so you have to actually use this Tails propeller to hit the boss underneath him, which is a very different dynamic than Sonic, because Sonic has the spin jump attack, and Tails doesn't. So you had to kind of aim your attacks, and it was not fun.
Yeah, and right now I just want to say that I'm super happy that the people who made this game, put in the extra effort to make Super Tails different.
Moonwalking Tails.
Moonwalking Tails. All right, we'll see you in the next section.
Okay, so I finally made it. This is the moment.
We're here.
This is the second act, by the way. Second act of the last level, going into the final boss. Now, obviously, I could have just gone ahead and started at the final boss, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything, in terms of a new change in enemy or something like that, I wanted to make sure that everything was accounted for.
Yeah.
This level's not too bad, so...
Tails tends to look better in fake 3D than Sonic does, when he does that gravity jump right there.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have the spikes like Sonic does.
Yeah.
So it just looks a little bit cleaner and shows you a little bit more the potential of the Genesis as a fake 3D. Yeah.
Console?
It just looks a little better. I don't know.
It's kind of weird, but yeah, you're right.
I mean, that's obviously just my opinion, but I think it gets the idea across a little bit better than Sonic does, because those weird
Well,
weird.
we're going to see it in a second when we switch over to Sonic Generations. But one thing I get very confused about is why they made classic Sonic a little pudgy.
He's a little pudgy. He's well, let's put it this way. He's much pudgier than modern Sonic.
I guess I never thought so. So that's why I'm very confused as to why this was a thing.
Mm-hmm. So do you need to have 50 rings at the end of this?
You do need to have 50 rings to get not the end of the level per se, but by just in order to get Super Tails, obviously.
But I'm saying to get to Doomsday Zone.
No. You automatically, as long as you've got it, you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. So far, I'm unable. We got all 14 emeralds, but I'm unable to verify whether or not, for sure, you need to get all 14, or you just need to get the second 7.
I'm pretty confident you need them because they turn into.
That's why I'm tending to think that you need all 14. But
yeah.
But as far as anything says, it just says you need the super emeralds. But I mean that might just be like them being efficient with
the explanation of it.
Yeah. So I don't know. God, so much of this level is upside down. I remember I remarked on this last time.
I know.
It's crazy. Like, why? And also this beep, 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 beep. It's my favorite.
Beep, beep.
Like my favorite thing.
Oh, man. I just want to get to... No! Oh, I knew it was going to happen. It's funny because it's going to look like it's not sync, but really it was. I yelled quicker than I was supposed to.
He has that platforming...
precog.
Yeah, that platforming precog you get, like with I was talking about it one time where I was like, you can just like run and run and run, and then you'll be like, there's a bullet coming, and then you just like no, and you just jump and fly.
You jump to avoid it, but you really just jump into it because your initial instinct is to react to said thing coming in your way, and you really have nothing else to control. Just oh god, I need to deal with this.
Yeah. So this is good. Now you have a shield, and then it brings money to you.
Another differencing factor of Tails in compared to Sonic is that with Sonic, when you get 50 rings, you cannot turn into Hypersonic or Supersonic until you've popped. If you have a shield, that is, until you pop the shield. Whereas with Tails, you can jump right into it right away.
Probably because of the fact that Tails doesn't have the secondary
attack.
The secondary attack from the
like
shields.
right now, I'm gonna have to jump eventually into this. Oh, here we are. Of course, the one time that I need to.
It's so funny how vaguely it looks like Robotnik's face.
Now, some people in the chat said that I can spin. Oh, I can! Look at that!
Oh, wow. That's how it's done.
That's what everyone was saying. I can spin dash them into the enemy, which will make it much easier. Now, just to avoid me dying at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and keep doing this kind of stuff. Okay, so you can't spin dash. You can do that.
So, should I do the Super Tails trivia now?
Sure, go for it. Now's the time.
Run through it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so there was a prototype of Sonic 3 that's called the 0517 prototype, I believe. Mm-hmm. 0517 prototype. And in that prototype, there was a Super Tails that you could unlock in regular Sonic 3 when you get the first 7 Chaos Emeralds. Mm-hmm. But one of the producers of the game said that they decided that because Tails is so young that he needs to have the Super Emeralds
in order to possess the powers,
and in order to like be able to go Super Saiyan or whatever.
That's really interesting.
Really, really weird reasoning, but because
very weird reasoning.
Yeah. Because I guarantee you, there's nobody who's like, no, he's too young. Tails, no, you don't deserve. You're too young for that kind of power.
You're better than that, man.
You didn't have to do enough work. You're too young. Anyway, so those birds that follow him around are called flickies.
Flickies,
and they have some special properties, which, like for example, they can kill the ghosts in Sandopolis, which no other thing can do. Nothing can kill the ghost in Sandopolis except for the flickies.
What?
Yeah. And that attack is similar to, cream and cheese.
Yeah.
Similar attack.
Cream and cheese?
Yeah, from the Chow battle.
Oh, you mean... I think it's... Is it cream... Is it cheese?
Yeah, it's cream and cheese, right?
I know it's one of them's cream, but I don't think it's cream and cheese.
Yeah, cheese.
Wow.
Cheese is the chow, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your mojo. I
It doesn't matter. My mojo's fine. I went back in time and took it out of my balls from the 60s or whatever happens in that movie.
Thank you, Austin Powers, for that.
And so there's a version of it that's in Sonic 3, and there's even a version of it in the Sonic 2 with a debug mode, but both of them are not good, solid versions of being Super. The Super Tails from Sonic 3 was going to be just this Super Tails without the flickies flying around so that you could like notice the difference. But
see, when I was younger, I always thought that it was a glitch that I just couldn't get past. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, that is not the case. It is because he's too young. And then
which is a very bizarre reasoning.
And they like as far as attention to and like that's already showing some attention to detail there.
So a big difference to note is that Tails cannot hit. Maybe I missed it, but it seemed like Tails could not hit Robotnik with the spin attack, with the spin jump.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Which means that we're gonna have to. I think we have to wait in order for the enemy to attack us.
Yeah, the laser gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will be.
This might require some editing, so
we'll see. It's okay.
We'll see.
Another tail fact that I can tell you about, because that's a pretty big attention to detail of him not being young. So I mean, him being young, so that's why he can't be Super Tails in Sonic 3. They really wanted to distinguish between Super and Hyper. So Supersonic and Hypersonic and Hyper Knuckles are one thing, but there's not a Hyper Tails. There's just Super Tails.
But is there a Super Knuckles?
I'm not sure yet. I have not.
Find out when I play through it.
I haven't looked it up. I'd rather just find out. So Hypersonic and Hyper Knuckles gain the property, or well, at least Sonic does, because Knuckles can already do this. But the walls that Knuckles can just run through, or the walls that
he can break.
Yeah, the walls that he can break that aren't just for Knuckles.
Yeah.
Hypersonic can also break like Knuckles.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
He can't get into the areas that are just for Knuckles, but he can break the ones that are not just for Knuckles.
Okay, so it looks like I can hit him. I just missed.
Yeah.
I have to hit him right in the nose.
But Super Tails, even though it's a Super Emerald, powered Super Tails, since he's not Hyper, he cannot do that thing.
Yeah.
He cannot break through things that Hypersonic can. Because
even when he's in super mode?
Even when he's in super mode, because it's not hyper mode. Because
because
he's too young.
Even though because he's too young.
Yeah, that's real.
The reasoning of life right now.
Yeah, that's actually the answer. Which is weird, right?
Kind of, yeah. This boss is much easier than I remember being last time.
It's funny because Tails
Tails can fly over everything.
Tails doesn't have like an intense look on his face like Sonic does, and so he just seems like he's like a robot while he's doing this stuff. Because he's just like, okay, all right, go over here. Like especially his sideways face.
He's young.
Yeah, he's young. He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
He'll learn.
All right, here we go.
So this is it.
This is the final Doomsday fight, or maybe it's not. Who knows?
We don't know.
We have no clue right now.
We don't know if we get it.
Oh no! Now I have to chase him and hit him.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna. Oh, I have to actually hurt him before he leaves.
Wow. How do you... Jeez. He's so much slower. It's so close to the edge each time. It makes me nervous. It looks like you're going to fall for sure each time.
I feel like I'm going to fall.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh! That was some
clench right there.
Old-fashioned clench action.
Wait, so this is it? There's no final boss?
There's no final boss for Super Tails?
I don't think so.
Huh.
That's it.
Look at Sonic flying.
That's it.
Look at Sonic in the bitch seat.
That's pretty upsetting actually.
That's okay. Maybe
I'm pretty upset right now.
I mean, I'm not that upset because we got to see
unless like suddenly Eggman just starts chasing after the ship.
It's much darker. Sonic dies. Angel Island turns to fire and ash. and then like one of the like creatures flies up and breaks the screen.
This is the darkest version ever.
Yeah, it's like Super Meat Boy or something.
So I guess that's it. I guess we're gonna move on to.
So there's definitively no Tails boss in Doomsday Zone, but we did get to see that cool Super Tails. We learned that he's too young. Yada yada yada.
He's too young.
He's too young. There he goes.
He's too young.
There he goes. Little mini Tails sprite. Very funny stuff. Knuckles. Hey man, thanks for bringing back me emerald.
Thanks, brother.
Oh, Shirako is gonna show up on this, but we don't need to see this again. So yeah, let's hop over to the next section.
Let's do it.
See you later, guys. See you in a second.
All right, so we finally did it, Alex. After all the replaying,
New life brought into this world. New relatives, and now we're back.
Sky Sanctuary Zone. This is the last level for Knuckles, unfortunately.
Finishing the fight.
Whoa, what's... Is this the... Oh, what?
Okay, just so that we're clear, I have no idea what happens in the Knuckles playthrough of this game.
Neither do I. Okay. So this whole time we've been trying to fight, what's it called? We've been trying to fight, not Robotnik, but like one of his henchmen. And we've been chasing him for some unknown reason. It's not explained. It doesn't explain anything at all to that, by that means. And it looks like we followed him to Sky Sanctuary, obviously. But it seems interesting because, again, nothing to do with the story in terms of, or at least from what we know, we really have no clue.
Well, his name is Egg Robo, is the deal. Okay,
Egg Robo.
Here's the deal. I was talking about this a little bit earlier, like weeks and weeks ago.
Yeah.
Is that theoretically Knuckles takes place after Sonic 3.
Okay, it takes that. Yeah, and that's got to be the case because right now Angel Island is floating.
Right. So basically, what happens is like the Death Egg is getting rebuilt again, and because Robotnik has like nothing that he needs Knuckles for anymore, he's like sent his henchman Egg Robo to destroy him. So like basically it's like the cleanup mission that we're getting like from Knuckles' story, and it, you know.
Oh shit!
yeah.
He just turned into freaking
jump on it.
Soup. Or what?
Can you not turn too?
No. We might have to do a pickup shoot to show off. Hyper Knuckles. It looks like.
Whoa.
This is kind of intense. Okay, so Egg Robo, we picked up Knuckles. So Eggman essentially saw Knuckles as an expendable asset at this point, I'm assuming?
Yeah, he just kind of was like, well, I'm done with him, so he just kind of like sent his man after him.
Well, we do know that Knuckles was very angry at Eggman because he took the Master Emerald.
Yeah, and so now what we're getting here is like...
It's a revenge mission?
It just like elevates, like Knuckles keeps doing a better job, and then Mechasonic shows up and it's like, oh crap, Mechasonic, like, I don't know... Like, in my notes, it says he accidentally attacks Egg Robo, but it seems like...
That was pretty intentional, I think.
Yeah, it seems like, to me, that it was a situation where Robotnik was like, you know, I've had it with Egg Robo screwing it up, I'm gonna send the big guns out. Let's get Mechasonic on the case.
Mechasonic, who's now Super... No,
Yeah,
Hyper.
Super Mechasonic.
Super Mecha, not Hyper?
They're calling him Super Mechasonic in my notes.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm out of rings. Yeah, starting it over. And I'm probably, knowing my luck, it's going to go from the beginning. Yep, there we go, the beginning.
Alright.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, like, you know, like they put in the effort to make it different, but it's like, you know, largely the same, except that, you know, when they have to make it different, like right now, it's, I'm impressed that they're like...
Made such a big effort.
Yeah, like they really tried to make a different boss for Knuckles and all that.
I mean, up to this point, the bosses have been the same.
Yeah.
There's been one or two, like, discrepancies you can have with the level layouts or
Yeah, and for those who are wondering, there is a Super Knuckles and a Hyper Knuckles.
There is. The difference being that when you're super, you cannot breathe underwater.
And you just kind of like flash.
I mean, you can breathe underwater, but you not unlimited. Whereas when you're hypersonic,
yeah,
you have the ability.
You can apparently breathe underwater, and apparently, though I have not yet seen it, you can do an attack where you glide into the wall and like kill everything on screen.
Yeah, that I haven't seen yet. We'll have to see how that comes out.
Yeah, we'll do a pickup after we win this. If we don't see Hyper Knuckles here. This is pretty like tough boss fight compared to the other boss fight, I'd say, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not that hard. It's just it's kind of inconvenient
because it's not one that you're familiar with.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe that might be the case, but it's also it's that whole thing of like there's just not enough love. Like the fact that the level's too big than it should be. You know, it's
like
hard.
It's a little bit larger.
Yeah, it's one of the only times where you can run back and forth on screen over and over again. Usually, when you walk off screen, you move on to the next part, and you can't go back during a boss fight. But
yeah,
this is a bit different.
Oh man, you had your number.
And now I'm probably gonna die again because I don't have any. Yeah, wow. This is pretty tough. This is not easy.
Wow.
And the funny thing too is that we cannot go into this fight with rings. Because the counter resets at the end of each level, and this is a brand new level.
So this is intentional that you're not supposed to be able to do it here.
Yeah, so I mean, already from the get-go, we've kind of realized that there's no final area where the Master Emerald is being held with all the other emeralds.
Right.
There's just like a little walkway room, which you guys just saw, starting to go into this place. This isn't really Sky Sanctuary, to be honest. This is like just a ledge in Sky Sanctuary.
Yeah, I mean, technically it is. Like, just you can tell like that the brick or whatever is from Sky Sanctuary.
Yeah, but it's not like a actual part of the level. It's just
this might be the very last boss in the game.
For Knuckles?
Yeah,
I'm assuming so.
Because there's nothing for him to save so much.
There's no stakes. For Knuckles really.
Yeah.
It's just like it's more of a revenge kind of playthrough, and even at that, like, is Knuckles really mad at Eggman at this point? Can he really be that upset? I don't think so.
I mean, for trying to murder him, I'd say that he's probably a little bit upset.
Yeah, but Knuckles is the kind of guy, and we realize this more as we move on through the Sonic series, that he's kind of a forgiving guy. You know, it's like not.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, man.
Yeah.
Hurry.
Man,
he's really easygoing.
He is.
I still like want to know why I think he's Jamaican.
It's the dreads, dude.
I don't think it's the dread. I don't think I just like made that leap on my own. There's got to be like something where he's like some sort of islander.
What's really frustrating is that this guy doesn't want to come down so I can hit him.
Wow.
This is just very hard
to. Obscene.
I like have to get hit in order to do that. Look how fast he goes.
This is crazy.
It's like I really have no idea what to do.
It's like pretty hard.
It's really hard to predict his attacks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he has like 4 like systems, but it's like
the first time there was some I felt like there was some time in between where I could telegraph where he was going to go, but this is just.
So here's a question.
Yeah.
So, like, as the guy who played through this entire Knuckles campaign,
yeah,
do you feel like this boss is like,
it's a satisfying payoff?
Like, do you think he's like appropriately difficult, or do you think he's like just like too hard out of nowhere?
I'd say it's a little hard out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I think it's also a combination of the Knuckles campaign in general is pretty difficult. I felt like it was definitely way more difficult than the Tails campaign. The Tails campaign felt the exact same as Sonic's. And some of the level changes they made definitely makes this game a lot more difficult for Knuckles to play as. You'd think that the ability to glide and so on and so forth would kind of change the dynamicness of it, but really it just makes it more hard because Knuckles can't jump nearly as high as Sonic does.
He can't jump nearly as high, and he's slow too.
Exactly. So as much as I want it, like Greg and I make the joke about, oh, I want to be that guy. It's true, we do want to be that guy, but after so many years, I don't want to be that guy anymore.
He's prefer being Sonic.
I prefer being Sonic. And maybe it's because I've played the game so many times as Sonic. I mean, I had my gripes playing as Tails. You know, obviously he was a bit slower and jumping was much more difficult.
Right.
Yeah, and the gliding mechanic it's there. It exists. I'm happy with it. It definitely provides different gameplay. But it's...
Do you think that the gameplay... I mean, you just did Sonic Adventure 2. Do you think that the gameplay is like translates? Like, you're like, oh, like, when you play Sonic Adventure 2 and you play those Knuckles and what's her name?
Rouge.
Rouge.
Yeah, that definitely does translate correctly, I feel. I would say that...
That feels like a progression of the gameplay to you?
Yes, it does.
When are you supposed to hit him?
That's my problem I'm having. I don't know when to hit him. I'm having a hard time figuring out when the right move is.
Maybe right before he gets on the emerald?
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm hanging out over here to try and...
Yeah.
There we go. That's the safe maneuver, it looks like. That might be the easiest way. This might be over. We'll see.
Man, this is crazy.
Jump.
This is insane. I wish that there was some kind of... It would be like a really fun like addition to this to make it so that Knuckles can also turn hyper for this fight, you know?
Like I mean, who knows? This might be the end of the game. There might be another boss fight after this in which we, do something. I think he's getting a little more. He's getting more
he's
upset.
like he's mad because you figured him out.
Because I figured out how to outdo him.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, dude, this is brutal stuff.
2 hits in.
Got greedy.
I did get greedy, but at one point I'm gonna lose that one ring that I've got, and it's not gonna make this fight any more fun.
I get you. Ooh.
Comes at us. Hit. Oh no! Alright.
Lesson learned.
Live and learn, as they say. Let's see. Okay, so... Jump. No! Got it. Okay.
I wonder what the rationale is for that, like, super hard end-of-the-game boss fight. Like, because it's not, like, in my mind, like, it's not, like, logically, like, a super enjoyable thing. Oh.
Alright, so instantly the mechanics have changed a bit. Obviously, I'm getting towards the end.
Man. Ooh. So basically what I'm saying is, like, I don't know why, like, that is a thing in games, is that, like, the game is a certain difficulty and then the last boss is, like, impossible most of the time.
Bam!
Do we win?
I don't know, we're gonna find out. Go towards the Master Emerald. Nux, come on! I guess this is it. Oh. Oh, there we go. And he's...
Sonic saved. You got super...
He's hyper for no reason.
He actually is just is super. Because the hyper one has the contrails.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Very
Saved,
interesting.
Puts the emerald back on the island. It's going to stop rocking, hopefully.
Well, I mean, technically, shouldn't the Master Emerald have fallen?
Because all the other emeralds were there. So now it's rising into the sky, flying away.
Very interesting.
It's very, very, just like totally different type of ending than Sonic 3 and for any of the other characters, and it's I don't know. I feel a little underwhelmed.
I do too. for the amount of stress I went under to finish this game.
Yeah.
I mean, the reality of it is we got gypped out of 2 levels. You got like two or three levels.
Yeah.
The boss fights definitely were changed. Where obviously the payoff wasn't necessarily.
There were a couple different bosses throughout the campaign. Right?
Yeah, like for instance, and this is actually a perfect part to show the gameplay. I did record this gameplay of me as Hypersonic or Supersonic fighting at the very end of Act 1 in. Before you go in the right before Mushroom Hill Zone, I forget the name of that place.
Yeah.
In between Mushroom Hill Zone and the Ice Cap, there's that last level in the original Sonic 3.
Launch base.
Yeah, it's launch base. There is this enemy with the spikes, the spike balls that spins out. With Sonic, when you fight him, there's only one. With Knuckles, there's 2. So you fight 2 at the same time, which definitely makes a much more difficult.
And the casino had a harder boss, or the
carnival night fight was a bit more difficult because of the layout of where you were. You couldn't get any rings.
Yeah.
You were really limited, and gliding, you can't touch the walls, so it's just like, it definitely, I feel like the Knuckles campaign is for expert players who want to play as Knuckles.
Right.
Do I agree that with a lot of the changes they made for some of the boss fights and some of the level layouts? Not necessarily.
Right.
But we got to play as Super Knuckles, as Hyper Knuckles, which definitely created a much more smooth play.
Shirako, there he goes.
Shirako's back.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's. I wouldn't say it's not worth playing through, but it's not as polished and it's not as like much of a complete experience.
No way near that.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's a great time. If you like Knuckles, that's something to take a look at. After the credits here, we're gonna go ahead and jump to the last segment of our video, which is Sky Sanctuary.
Oh man, so
delightful. That's gonna be awesome. Obviously, we've seen Sky Sanctuary plenty of times at this point. So it's gonna be super exciting to see what we come up with when we get towards the end of it.
Yeah, the Sonic Generations.
Oh yeah,
such a good game. Here we go. Let's see what kind of end screen we got here. Oh nope, we
testers.
Mike Williams coming through, testing out Sonic, seeing how it is.
And now why are we going? Special thanks. Now why are we going to the sky or to the stars? Generally speaking, we go down back into the blue with the the ocean and the ship, or the airplane rather.
This is like the alternate screen, I feel like.
Maybe. We're going to find out in a little bit. Sega.
Oh man. It means something so differently nowadays.
Doesn't it?
Than it did back then.
Bam!
What a weird drawing.
He just appears.
Boom, there he is, Knuckles.
He's flashing. He's a flashing man. And that same outro.
There it is.
Alright guys, let's check out Sky Sanctuary.
Boom.
Alright, here we are. Sky Sanctuary.
Yeah, this nice orchestrated version of the music.
Yeah. Now, before we go on, I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, but Bierman, why don't you have everything completed? I think the Completionist started right before Generations came out.
Mm-hmm.
And like most new games I buy, I haven't completed them because I'm too busy completing old games.
Yeah.
So,
eventually it will be completed.
Yeah, eventually it will. Like most games I have. There are some games I don't complete because
they suck or they aren't interesting anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. But this is not one of them. This is a game that I actually probably would complete.
So before we even go in, I want to talk about something. Mm-hmm. You'll notice that there's grape trees.
Yes.
A very prominent feature of this little diorama here.
Yeah.
I don't think they're anywhere in the actual levels from Sonic and Knuckles.
Okay.
But in the instruction manual for Sonic and Knuckles, it mentions that Knuckles' favorite food is grapes.
I'm sorry, it's just so bizarre. Like the one reference of like, oh yeah, we have grapes because it's in the instruction manual.
It's real.
I'm sure it's great.
Let's go in.
All right, so this for those guys, change music. No, we'll do the music.
Yeah, we got to do the original music.
Yeah. We're going to do Act 1 and Act 2 in this game is split into the different Sonics.
Yeah, so you get classic Sonic for Act 1, right?
And then you get new Sonic for Act 2.
Yeah, modern Sonic.
Modern Sonic, I apologize.
Yeah.
Or not fat Sonic.
Not fat Sonic.
Not chubby Sonic. So,
and of course this you like go through the worlds, and if you never played this game, if you go through the worlds and play through them, you save characters.
Yeah.
So this is Knuckles' world. To save Knuckles is how you do it.
Now, so already from the get-go, we noticed something very important, which happens in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, is the rising of
Death Egg. Yeah.
So that's already giving the angst of like, crap, we gotta go catch it.
And it's cool. Yeah, it's cool because it's like, yeah, you know, we don't ever see Death Egg Zone in this game, but he's there because that's what happens.
Exactly.
Also,
clouds are back.
Interesting fact: there's not a level from Sonic 3 in Sonic Generations. It's supposed to be they count Sonic 3 and Knuckles as one game now. So this is like the tribute level for that. And that bridge you just went across.
Yeah.
With the falling floor. Look out throughout this level, because you're going to see a lot of falling floor type stuff going on because of the spiral tower that you run up right at the end of Sky Sanctuary.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, like going up spirals while the floor is falling. It's like a big theme of this level.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
You know what? I do have to say, dude, look at this use of 3D right now.
That's some great 2.5D business.
Well, I was gonna say is one thing that I think they misstepped with Generations is that we had some great levels in Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
There's the transport balls from Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah.
We saw some great levels in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and I think that to just have only this one was very weird.
Yeah, where's the Lava Reef Zone? You know
that would have been a great one.
I know it's the level right before
Sandopolis, because we don't have a sand one in this game, even though that sand was a prominent theme.
Well,
in Sonic games.
there's kind of like a sand temple one in Sonic 4, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, but there's like Sonic 4. Sonic 4 was not included in Generations.
Right, but I'm saying like maybe that's why they didn't put one here, is because they put one.
Now this is kind of an homage to
Marble
Hill Zone, which you can get that feeling immediately because the arrows are telling you where to go.
It's really hard to control.
Yeah, and
it's already confusing.
It's falling apart actually, which is very different.
Yeah, it's like the falling blocks thing from Sky Sanctuary mixed with it's not marble, it's Marble Garden.
Marble Garden. I apologize.
This is a really, I mean, we can talk about Generations all day, but
yeah, I mean,
it's really a great, like, it feels like old Sonic, but
I feel like this is something that Mario that Nintendo should have done when it was Mario's 30th and 25th. You know what I mean?
Is make like a retrospective.
Make a retrospective review, kind of.
Well, but here's the thing, though, is that new Mario games are still really, really good.
Right. But
so I think that's. I mean, like they don't need to be like, remember when we were awesome?
Well, I never think that. I mean, aside from, there being a couple mishaps.
Also, there's like 5 levels ever in Mario, so it's like hard to make referential. Oh, wow. That's brutal. This is also the only last level that's in this game from any other game. Like,
most of them are like the first, second, or third levels.
Well, I don't know. I mean, this is Knuckles' actual last level.
Yeah.
When you play through the game as Knuckles, I mean, you saw in our...
Yeah, you guys already saw that part, but...
Yeah, the Knuckles playthrough ends at Sky Sanctuary, so that's unique for this level in Sonic Generations. It's the only last level,
exactly,
that you see, and it's funny because he's not in this.
Yeah,
he's nowhere.
He's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that Sega did a good maneuver by not enabling any kind of crossplay of like playing as, Tails or like having
this is
Tails?
Look at this. I mean, that's it. Do I think that Tails and Knuckles maybe should have been in this game?
Just like in terms of like not playable somewhere more in the aesthetic. Because remember, Tails is following Sonic, majority of the time.
In Sonic 3.
In Sonic 3. Well, in Sonic 2 as well.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, should we have seen a Tails following Sonic through this whole thing?
I mean, it would be cool, but I mean, it really wouldn't. I mean, it doesn't really add anything.
Well, I don't know. That's debatable.
I mean, it doesn't really add anything gameplay-wise, let's say. Like, to just have him follow you. So, I mean, I'm sure that's probably why they didn't do it. But, I mean, it would have been great to see him just... Like a modern version of it, of him, like, dipping in and, like, being like, Sonic! Or something.
Even that'd be way better than...
And, yeah, Knuckles, like, in the background, just like, hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
I got some jerk chicken for you, man. All
right, here we go. We just did.
I love the idea of Rasta Knuckles. It's so fun. I don't care anymore if it's. I don't care if it's not a thing because it's too funny.
So here we go. Act 2 of Sky Sanctuary.
So modern Sonic,
same level, but in a 3D environment.
Modern Sonic is like the Sonic Adventure Onward Sonic, who has really skinny legs and a big ass head, and
huge head,
and he runs from behind a lot of the time.
I hear he's fast.
He's very fast. Kind of reminds me of Mirror's Edge. Like, this game has some really great speedrun videos.
Whoa!
I don't know if you've ever seen them, but man, there's a Sky Sanctuary one that I saw that was just insane. Some guy just like booking it through here. Some guy who spends his whole life just making really cool videos of himself playing this game. but like it's worth it. It's so impressive. I don't know if it's worth it, but it certainly is impressive. Guy's so good at Sonic Generations.
There ain't nothing wrong with being good at a game.
That's right. Boom! Look at that.
You do little tricks while you're flying through the sky.
Yeah, what's great is that like, even though this game is like referential in a lot of ways, they didn't like not take it as an opportunity to clean up the gameplay of these kinds of segments.
Yeah.
Because this version of modern Sonic play is like very much like a fusion of the way it feels to play as classic Sonic and modern Sonic, and it's fun to like do well, and it's easy to understand how to do well, which is like a thing that's like, been a problem. Like the ring dash in Sonic Adventure 1 is like stupid. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The thing where you like go down rings. They cleaned it up a little in Sonic Adventure 2.
A lot in Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about
it's a button.
Sonic
you press it.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about Sonic 06, which is just a broken.
Now, a cool mechanic in Generations is the ability to equip and unequip items and skills and whatnot. So I think one of the cooler things that that Sonic has is the ability to have a boost meter. So anytime I press square, it's like suddenly time like speeds up and just he books it.
Oh, speaking of time speeding up, anytime in this zone and in Green Hill Zone, anytime that you boost, the music speeds up.
Yeah, exactly.
But that only happens in this zone and Green Hill Zone.
I just died.
I'm pretty sure that only happens in this zone and Green Hill Zone.
Really?
I think.
No, I think it happens in all zones.
Oh yeah?
I think it happens in all zones.
That's just what I have in my notes. I'm very willing to admit that I could be wrong.
Or maybe. I mean, again, I haven't played this probably since the game came out about a year ago.
This game is fantastic. Very fun game. Certainly not a masterpiece by any means. You know? It's still got some flaws. It's still not totally perfect. It's like really confusing. Like a lot of the like bottomless pits in this game are really confusing. And like putting a sign there is like not enough, Sega.
Yeah.
But
not enough to react to, at least, anyways.
It's a solid game. Check out this cool teleporter thing. Moved into the 3D realm. It looks really awesome. I mean, it may have problems, but it is just cool to be able to play through the old levels like New Sonic.
And the music, the combination of the music and the graphic design is just like.
And playing through the new levels as old Sonic is also fun because you basically get Sonic 5 out of this game. Let's say.
Yeah.
And it's not all new, settings, but obviously the level design is much more complex in this than it is in the Sega Genesis game.
Yeah.
And it's just pretty, and they get to expand a lot on the looks, so you get to really see, like, using today's graphics, what the designers were going for.
Yeah.
And that's like really important to me as a Sonic fan growing up. Like as a kid who grew up with Sonic, it's cool to like know that they haven't like, even though they've gotten away from themselves a little bit as a franchise.
Well, rumor has it they're announcing Sonic Adventure 3, which.
I'll be great with it. I'm not the biggest fan of Sonic Adventure as a series. I recognize that it's good.
Now I feel like an idiot because I don't know how to get past this.
It's probably just exactly what you think. Or maybe not.
No, that was it.
But, yeah, like, I don't know. I'm willing to recognize that Sonic Adventure is not a bad series. I'm just not into it. But I'm willing to, like, be optimistic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, who knows? That game could be the bomb. And I do dearly love Sonic.
You know what I just realized?
What?
Ironically enough.
Look at this, like, 3D version of the floor falling away again.
I'm reviewing Sonic Adventure 2 this week.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so this is the finale of our playthrough Sonic.
This is a big ass
Sonic week.
Big ass Sonic week for the Beardman crew. All the Beardman fans.
Woo! Gotta go fast, Sonic X. Woo!
Oh man, that's awesome. Did we announce what game we were playing next?
We did not.
At the end of the.
Oh, we did. Yes, we did.
Star Fox episode.
Yes, we did. And this. We're supposed to announce it now because this is the end of our video. Essentially, we don't have anything else to show at this point.
All right. Well, So that's the end of this video.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's been fun. This was our first game on Beard Bros. We started doing the Monday slot.
Really helped us. I mean, just the fact that this game is so fun. Well, Sonic 3, that is.
Yeah.
Really, like, got us into the swing of things with Beard Bros and really showed us how we could do this show. And it's been really fun to be able to play through this game that I loved so much as a kid with all of you guys. And
the comments have been generally very positive. People really enjoyed how we've been doing it. And,
yeah.
And whatever the Monday game is, I really hope that it provides a lot of the same kind of fresh feeling we have.
That's going to be the goal. And that game is going to be
Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
So get excited. We'll see you next week.
So stoked.
Yeah.
So stoked.
So we'll see you next time on Super Beard Brothers
Brawl.
Super Beard Brothers Brawl.
Melee.
M&M's are delicious. Gotta give me some M&M's. This show's brought to you by M&M's.
M&M's pay us.
They pay us